McLuhan famously stated that the medium is the message, meaning in part that the way in which a message is communicated is more important than the message itself. The way that the medium frames the message and what it means about the message itself is important. Today, the question of medium is no longer relevant, as the most important aspect of media is data collection. People are no longer restricted to just a few ways to disseminate messages. Today, there are endless ways to share media. The media people are creating is being stored at an unprecedented level. Corporations like Facebook have kilometers of server farms to store this data. The singular message has become irrelevant. The collective data is what is valuable now. The value of the stored data has not been fully realized. A quote from Garland's 2015 movie, Ex Machina, explains this phenomenon.
This is where Ava was created. Go ahead, take a look. Sorry. If you knew the trouble I had getting an AI to read and duplicate facial expressions. You know how I cracked it?
I don't know how you did any of this.
Every cell phone, just about, has a microphone, camera, and a means to transmit data. So I turned on every microphone and camera across the entire fucking planet, and I redirected the data through Blue Book. Boom. Limitless resource, vocal and facial interaction.
You hacked the world's cell phones?
Yeah, and all the manufacturers knew I was doing it too. But they couldn't accuse me without admitting they were doing it themselves.
Blue Book.
There's the weird thing about search engines. It's like striking oil in a world that hadn't invented internal combustion. Too much raw material. Nobody knew what to do with it. You see, my competitors, they were fixated on sucking it up and monetizing via shopping and social media. They thought that search engines were a map of what people were thinking, but actually they were a map of how people were thinking. Impulse, response, fluid, imperfect, patterned, chaotic.
All right. Facebook's licensing agreement states that by using or accessing Facebook services, you agree that we can collect and use such content and information in accordance with data policy and as amended from time to time. Alright, so I'm here. Let's see how long it takes to actually find this data policy. Alright, so I decided to Google Facebook terms and conditions. Okay, I'm going to open terms of service. Alright, so I'm in here. We're taking a look. Here's the data policy. Okay, let's click on that. Here's your data policy. Let's scroll down and see what we can find. Oh, I found a hyperlink for research. Let's look at that. Alright, here you need a little bit of vocabulary around this type of thing. Applied machine learning is another way of talking about artificial intelligence research or teaching machines. So let's take a look at that. So there we found it. I had to read through, several pages of highly technical legal jargon, traversing a web of hyperlinks to find a mention of AI, and this was a targeted search. If I was just reviewing the agreement, how would it be reasonably expected to be reviewed? I'd have no idea my information is being used for AI research. From Facebook itself, it is even more complicated to find this information. I had to scroll the bottom of any page, in the tiny print find and click on terms, then data policies, and follow the same hyperlink web as described above. Unable to directly monetize this data trove, the corporations are using it to teach artificial intelligence. There is an arms race between major corporations like Microsoft, Google, and Facebook to create the most human-like AI on the planet, and they are using our freely given data. We give consent to this every time we click agree on a licensing agreement. We are selling our data for access to free social media like YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We the people are giving away our most valuable asset unwittingly to the lowest bidder. We're operating in a world where we have an infantile understanding and are being taken advantage of by these corporations. Much like an early civilization trading away land for treaties or money that did not exist in their current culture or consciousness. Owning land was as foreign then as us owning our data is now. Every hashtag, status update, Vine post, Snapchat, YouTube video, and selfie are unmeasurably valuable, and we're giving it away freely. We do as a culture have an understanding of intellectual property rights and copyright. However, the data behind our posts online is the binary code that is valuable to these corporations. The collective data created is what is used to teach artificial intelligence. AI is a controversial topic. People feel very strongly about the rapid progress toward thinking machines. There are ethical implications in all fields, such as war, medicine, education, the law, and employment. People are unknowingly supporting this development whether they agree with it or not. The development of AI will have profound implications on the generations to come. Already we're seeing some of the benefits, medical breakthroughs, that sort of thing. But what of the unforeseen consequences highlighted in science fiction? Students need to be made aware of the connection between free apps and social media and the power it gives to corporations and how they're using the information for their own gain. Teachers need to instill the idea that they're giving away valuable information for free with every update, keystroke, and picture they share. Teachers need a credible and powerful way to teach about this problem. Developing curriculum around media literacy to include these topics are key in solving this problem. Going forward, our students will be the most impacted by the rapid development of AI.